How to solve any sales objections. Hey, Dan is here. Welcome to the new video where I want to share some of my experience lessons which I learned through building my coaching and consulting business. And today's topic is really important topic because for you to get clients, you need to talk with these potential clients, and in those calls, sales calls or Zoom calls, most of the end of the course will finish with some kind of objections, something like I don't have money, I need to think about it, I need to talk to my spouse, and so forth. And if you don't improve your skill for solving these objections, probably you won't earn lots of money. And the good news is that that skill is a learnable skills as any skill, and it's not complicated skill. There are some steps, and in today's video I will share my two-step process for that. But basically, you need to understand that this is a crucial step, because in each sales course, it could be straight line from start to finish. And when you say your offer and your price, people will say yes, but it's only a small number of people or percentage of people that will say yes. And most of those people will say maybe in some sort of objection. And your job is to, when you get these objections, to learn them, to create systems and to help other people to solve those objections and buy your program, because this is the only way how you could really help other people. And they are on the sales calls with you for the first, because they need help in decision making. And if you don't help them with sales calls, you won't do your job well. And with that, when we are talking objections, I said previously that there are primarily three outcomes in any sales course. From when you build a rapport with other people, when you find a problem, present your solution, and present, say, your price and offer, a small percentage will say yes. Maybe also a small percentage will say no, and those two answers are really good. If people say yes, you need to congratulate to that person and to yourself, and you only need to get paid and start helping these people. And for all the others, most of the sales calls will finish with some sort of maybe in the close of objections. And the question is how you solve those objections. And before you could solve those objections, you need to have a good mindset, because people with most belief will win in any conversation. And you need to come to that sales course with expectation that you will have those objections, because most of the people salespeople who get these objections, when they hear some kind of objections, they feel they step up and they just leave on that, and they finish the call. But you need to know that this is the right moment when sales really begins, and you need to expect that you will get most of the time objections, and that objections are not bad thing, but the objections are good thing, because people are showing that they are interesting, but they are just needing more clarification, more security or more information for them to decide. And you are here to help them to decide. And what are the two steps system process? I want to imagine like catching the ball. Imagine that at the end of the call, you say your price. For example, your prospect or potential customer asks you what is the price, and you said my program is $1,000 or $3,000 and euros. And that people and that prospect will say, for example, it's too much, or I can't afford it. And you need to understand the psychology of it. When you say the price, you are creating pressure inside that person, and people, when feel pressure, they first thing which every one of us want to do is to relieve that pressure. And the fastest way for everyone to relieve that pressure of deciding is just to say anything. And we are all taught those same objections. I need more time to think about it, and I need to talk about with someone, or I think I could afford it. And you need to know that those are not real objections, because maybe they are real objections, but most of them are not real objections. And you need to just dig deeper to see if this is a real objections that you can't have them overcome, or this is just false objections, and in that case you should have that people. And how to have that people and how to dig deeper. There are two steps, and the first step is always to accept and confirm that objection. And most people make mistakes that they argue with other people, and this is the worst kind of way to solve the objections, because when you argue with someone, you are attacking their egos, and people will more strongly define their position and their statement, their objections. And this is not a good way to go. What is much better way is just instead of arguing something like that, no, this is not right, this is my best program is best, you can afford it. Instead of this, you should just confirm, and this is the first step. You say, thank you for your feedback, or I appreciate your feedback. Yes, you are right. This is really expensive program, and something like that. And with that, just imagine that analogy or metaphor. You said your price, like catching the ball again. You say that your price, for example, my price is 3,000 euros. You throw the ball to your customer, and that customer, because it's a hot ball, want to give you back. And that customer said, or prospect say to you, it's too expensive. And you just imagine in your head that he throw you back that ball, and you need just to throw that back again. But first, before throwing that back, you need just to confirm, okay, yes, I understand you, it is expensive. And how you throw back again to the prospect is by asking the question. And you just ask the questions like something like, I understand you, please, why do you believe it is expensive? Or when people say, I need to think about, you just, okay, I understand you need to think about, I appreciate that with sharing with me. And you throw them the ball, something like, please, can I ask you a question about what specifically you need to think about? And basically, in overcoming objection is just throwing the ball back and forth. And your goal is not to finish a sales call with just one throwing a ball. Someone say you, sorry, it's I can't afford it, and you say, okay, thank you, see you, bye. No, you just want to ask 1, 2, 3, or 4 questions to clarify and to see if that is a real objection or not. And if after 5 or 6 throwing the ball or questions, confirmation questions, other side is still on his thought and his opinion, then maybe you could just understand and finish the call. But please don't finish the call just with one objection. And there are some statistics and research that people make decision after in sales calls after 5 or 6 attempts to close the sale. So basically, you just need to ask those 5 questions to closing the sale, and after those 5 questions, probably people will buy. And basically, as I said, most of the calls will finish with objections. This is the way confirm and ask system. And but in other cases, when people just say yes, you know what to do, and it is also good to hear the no, because the goal of the sales calls is just to help people to decide. And yes is decision, no is decision. Maybe I need to think about, or I can afford that is not decision. And if you finish call without answering and helping that people will still have problems in their life, because in the first place, most people are in the bad position and have bad results in their life because they are not thinking enough and not deciding enough. And one of the ways which you can help them is to help them make decision one way or another. So basically, in this video I shared you that psychology of resolving those sales objections, and those just 2 steps: confirm and ask questions. See you in the next video.